Dijonai is shameless. She is shameless. She is absolutely shameless. Just as a human being, she is shameless. And I mean, as Nalissa Smith said like a week ago, here goes Dijonai. Because you just knew it was going to happen, didn't you? You just knew it was going to happen. I tweeted out, Dijonai saw the opportunity. Sorry, if you guys are watching this, if you guys agree, please subscribe. Please subscribe. But basically, this happened. This happened in the game. So Sophie Cunningham is running in an open layup, and Dijonai Carrington takes her out in the air. Like, clotheslines her. Clotheslines are as obvious a flagrant 2 as it comes. I don't think it can be more obvious a flagrant 2. Like, the ball's nowhere near her. She gets her elbow, so she basically grabs her face with her elbow. Like, her hand is nowhere near the ball. It is the most obvious flagrant 2 ever. It is almost certainly intentional. Every single human in that arena, when Dijonai Carrington was running back for that, knew exactly what was happening. Dijonai Carrington had his, Dijonai Carrington had, we all know what Dijonai Carrington does. Like, it's as simple as that. We know what Dijonai Carrington does. She is an quote-unquote aura farmer. Like, she got a shoe deal because she kept going at Caitlin Clark. It's as simple as that. Like, she became Caitlin Clark's op and got a shoe deal. She spent her whole rookie season running around Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark's rookie season running around Caitlin doing this. She's got a shoe deal with Angel Reese. She was one of the first guests on Angel's podcast. Like, her relevancy is only being anti-Caitlin Clark. That is all her relevancy is. That is the only relevancy Dijonai Carrington is, because she's not a bad basketball player. She's not a good one either. She's not a bad one. Like, she's not a good one either. Also, Dijonai has taken out Kate Martin. She's taken out Kate Martin too. She actually took down Jess Shepard. Sarah Ashley Barker, she grabbed Sarah Ashley Barker's hair and yanked her down by the back of her hair. This is a player who is either a cheap shot artist or the most reckless player in the history of basketball. And even if I want to look at her the most favorable ever, none of it's intentional. That none of it is intentional. Then she is the most reckless player. Someone just said here, white privilege, like, she's not wrong. No black player in the league will ever get these deals. What the fuck are you on about? First of all, she's worse than Sophie Cunningham. Dijonai is worse than Sophie. Yet, got signed to Reebok. Pretty much because she was CC's op in 2024. She is a worse player than Sophie Cunningham. Not by much. Dijonai is a better defensive player. Sophie is way better on offense. And I feel like Sophie Cunningham you would rather have Sophie Cunningham, Dijonai in your team. But how is it? I said Dijonai saw the opportunity to get her name in the headlines and took it. Can't wait to see what when she comes onto this app or Threads later to cry about Fever fans while the Reese's Pieces treat her like a hero for trying to hurt someone. And let's see again. Like, she's a martyr. Dijonai is now a martyr. She's done it again. She's become a martyr. She's become a martyr. She's so gangsta. She's become a martyr. It's as simple as that. Of course she didn't get tech for pushing her. Yeah, because Dijonai shoved Sophie first. I mean this when I say this. This is what happened. It's paused here. The first thing that happened when they got up was Dijonai put her hands on Sophie and Sophie pushed her off. I'm sorry. If you can clothesline someone in the air and shove them and they retaliate and it's a technical foul for them, every role player for the rest of time should do that. If that is a technical foul for Sophie, every role player for the history of basketball should start rugby tackling stars, punch the crap out of stars, and if the stars don't, just get in the armadillo position, force them to get a technical foul to get suspended. If it's a tech on, if it is that, she's trying to make herself a fucking martyr. Did Sophie Cunningham get a tech for hitting Dijonai in the chest? Because Dijonai hit her first. She literally said, yup, it's against the fever. Let's make this about racism. She literally committed a dirty play. Thank God. She's so messy. I love her. That's the thing. That Reebok deal is going up, by the way. That money from the Reebok deal is going up and she knows it. I have said this from the very start. People are like, oh, Dijonai doesn't want all the hate. She doesn't. It's like, oh, Dijonai, every off-court deal Dijonai Carrington has got is because she's been Caitlin Clark's up. Every deal she has got is from her making herself the victim of Caitlin Clark. She has made sure that if you are a hater of Caitlin Clark, that she is one of the two faces of being a Caitlin Clark hater with Angel Reese. She has gone out of her way. She's gone out of her way to do this. Every time she's lost to the fever, it was this. At All-Star Weekend, she goes out and tries to throw her ex under the bus. Tries to burn everything. Anything that touches Dijonai burns down. Everything that touches Dijonai burns down. You can even see with Alyssa Smith. She lost 170 pounds after leaving the fever. And you know what? Getting off Dijonai this season. 20 of it, getting her ass back in shape. And she's been great because of it. And 150 of it, Dijonai. She's shameless. And every single person knew the second Sophie Cunningham is running in a fast break layup and Dijonai is chasing it down. Everyone knew she was going for Sophie's head. Because we know who Dijonai is. We know who she is. Dijonai Carrington, before the game, she walks onto the floor and from second one is shit-talking Caitlin Clark. She's shit-talking Caitlin. She's trying to taunt Caitlin from second one. She lasted 3 minutes. Like, I'm shocked she didn't point at Sophie. I am shocked she didn't point at Sophie. Because that's the type of person she is. Like, everything they accuse Sophie Cunningham of. She is a worse version. She is a much, like, whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say. Whatever negative things you can say about Sophie Cunningham. And I get it. I get some of the negative things with Sophie. Does Sophie Cunningham aura farm? Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. Does Sophie Cunningham, like, try to cause controversy to get her name in the headlines? Abso-fucking-lutely. I get that. But Sophie Cunningham at least knows what she is. She knows what she's doing, and she admits to what she's doing. When Sophie Cunningham took down JC Sheldon in a not too dissimilar way, she literally took the fucking flagrant 2. She knows what she is. She's not going to not admit it. She comes out and then plays victim. She tries to hurt somebody and plays victim, while people are celebrating it because they know that Sophie Cunningham is fair game to hurt. And what's going to happen now? Caitlin Clark is going to be asked to apologize for this. You just know it. I don't know when. I don't know how. This is how bad it got. Stephanie White. And if you guys don't know, Stephanie White was the coach that basically was Dijonai's coach. She was the coach. Like, Dijonai was nothing. She was the 21st pick in the draft. She had no knees. And she became a starter under Stephanie White. Stephanie White does not get involved with stuff like this. Like, there is a little bit more than a normal player-coach relationship between Stephanie White and Dijonai Carrington. Like, obviously, Dijonai Carrington's improvement was part of her, some of it was her own. But Stephanie White was part of the crew that turned Dijonai into a legit WNBA player. I've never seen Steph get on during an altercation. Steph White walked onto the floor to stare down her ex-player. Her ex-player that Steph made her a most improved player. That Steph made her a consistent starter. A Steph did that, and Steph coming on, not saying anything, walking onto the floor, not getting involved in tussles, just to stare down her ex-player. Everybody in the arena, everyone on that, both teams know that was intentional. Or if they don't know for a fact, because nobody can get into Dijonai's mind, it's at least incredibly reckless. And either Dijonai is intentional, or she's the most reckless player in the history of basketball. The most reckless player, because Dijonai Carrington in the 2025 season picked up 3 flagrant ones for smacking people in the face, and by that time she only had 1 block. But yet you've got the Reese's Pieces crew. We stand with Dijonai. That's why she did it. That's why she did it. It was because she needs to get herself back in the story, and I'm going to be real here. She needs to get her name back in the headlines. She went to the sky, and it just obviously wasn't getting as much hype as she thought she was. And first time she comes out against Caitlin Clark's team, she goes and hurts somebody. She goes to hurt somebody. So, yeah. And look, I'm going to be very clear here. This is the most, this is the most extreme version of what Alyssa Thomas is. If nothing else, this is two sides. Even, again, at her most favorable, if you want to say, it's two sides of the same coin with Sophie Cunningham. I said this during the game. You would love if Dijonai's on your team. Because, you know what? Go take somebody out. The difference is that Sophie Cunningham, have we seen Sophie Cunningham take somebody out, not in retaliation? Have we seen her start the shit? Well, she will have no issue taking somebody out. But if she's taking someone out, she's taking someone out. Dijonai Carrington does it and plays victim. Why? Because she knows that her shoe money goes way up. She knows this probably gets her a signature shoe. She's not smart. She's not dumb. She's not dumb. She knows that her name's not in the headline, so I'm going to start beef at All-Star Weekend. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. She knows. She's not dumb. She's not dumb. Simple. And she knows she's going to get a fucking shoe deal out of this. She's going to probably go and get herself a signature shoe, because that should be, if Angel Reese brings her podcast back, she'll be one of the first guests on the podcast. We all know what type of person Dijonai is. And if you're going to be that type of person, fucking own it. Own it. If you're going to go out and hurt people, if you're going to go out and try to aura farm against the Fever and try to hurt people on a certain team, if you're going to go out and hurt Sophie Cunningham because of all the narratives and stuff, fucking own it. Whatever you want to say about Sophie, she at least owned she went for JC. She at least admitted it.